Hi guys, welcome to episode 1 of the official astrology challenge on my channel. It's your girl Beamsies, and this wasn't originally the first episode. Unfortunately, chaos in my life reigns high, and the episode I had originally recorded, and some of the parts of this episode won't let me use them. I don't know what's going on with that, but like between it not uploading to YouTube correctly and it not uploading to my video software correctly, I just couldn't use it. So this is now officially episode number 1. It's going to be a little bit shorter. I'm so sorry. Next episode will be much longer, I promise. Anyway, Dina, that's Dina, right? Yeah, Dina Caliente came over to stay with Carly for a few days. They had become fast friends. Actually, they were cooking grilled cheese here together. So I don't know if something's going on in the Caliente household with Don Lothario and the sisters and everything, but she came over for a few days, and then when they were done with their grilled cheese, I realized I think they need another counter space to put this down. So real quick, I popped into build by mode and put another counter, moved the trash can, moved the luggage, just so it all ran more smoothly, hoping that would fix the issue, and it did. So they just needed another little counter space, and then she was able to plate the grilled cheese and they were able to eat it together. So that's cool. But also after this, Dina asked, hey, we're getting along so well, we're so good at this, we're fast friends, and I love you, can I move in? And I was like, Carly was like, you know what, girl, I don't really think that's a good idea. Like, not right now. Like, we know each other. Yes, we're real friends. But we're just, I don't know if I'm comfortable sharing my space with anybody yet, which is fine. Like, if you're not ready to make that step, like, Dina took it really well. She didn't push the issue. She just said, fine, if you're not ready to make that step, that's fine. Well, then Carly was like, all right, back to my life. I gotta get back to my life. She put in her earphones. She went jogging a couple of times. She's scoping out the neighborhood just to see what can I do and what can I not do, what kind of plans, because there's all these fancy mansions in this neighborhood, and then her dingy little house she got for a steal. So she's like, when I make it big and rich and I have everything I always wanted, I'm gonna get a house like this. Here she is researching designs after work for a mansion. She's coming up with ideas. She's got so many ideas in her brain, and she's like, I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna do this. And Dina's like, yeah, girl, whatever you say. It just takes a lot of money to build like a mansion here. Like, this is Oasis Springs, the land grabs and da-da-da-da. And Carla's like, I don't give a crap about the land grabs. I'm gonna do what I want to do, girl. And then Dana drops like this bomb on her. She goes, hey girl, what about Dirk? Carla's like, what are you talking about?
Hello, bar.
Because she's playing around with this little dust bunny that popped up in our house, who brings us special little gifts every once in a while, and we named it Dusty. And she's like, Dina, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, I'm not trying to sound crazy or anything, girl, but if you want to bag a man like Dirk, you gotta keep him interested. And Carla's like, whatever, I'm going for another jog. So she goes for another jog, and she's like thinking about it, and she's like, maybe Dina's right, like, he is famous, he is well known, like, what if he completely forgets about me? Like, we only met for a day or two, and we only talked a few times, and yes, I've sent him some selfies and talked to him on the phone a couple times since, but I really haven't, like, really sat down. He's not asked me out on a date, so she just doesn't know. She doesn't know where she stands with him, and to her, like, not only is she attracted to his money and his success, but she's also kind of attracted to Dirk. He definitely has more to offer her than the story that Dana keeps telling her about Don Lothario. So all of this is running through her mind. Like, she's like, I want to make it big and rich. I want to have a nice mansion, and I want my spouse to help me with that. So maybe I should talk to Dina again, like, give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she knows what she's talking about. Because at this point, like, what do I got to lose? Like, all right, well, I'll talk to her tomorrow after I get a good night's rest. If I'm still feeling uneasy about it, I will bring it up to her. But for right now, I'm not going to fret. I'm just going to send him another selfie and I'm going to head off to bed. So here she is, our girl, just sleeping in the bed. Sweet dreams all around. We're so happy for her, but I really feel like she didn't have such sweet dreams because I think this issue with Dirk is really affecting her. Like, yeah, she wakes up happy, but in the back of her mind, is she still, like, thinking that, maybe Dirk is losing interest in me. So Dina's already up and moving. So when Carly comes out to the dining room, living area, she's like, hey, girl, let me talk to you real quick while I work on this column for my career. What are you... Were you being so serious? Were you being so for real? And Dana's like, yeah, girl, I was being so very serious. If you want to keep his attention, you need to keep his attention. Like, look, he's posting on Shimstagram right now that he's going to a party with all these other girls. And Carly's like, oh my God, you're right. Let me just call him, I guess, you know, because you're really right. And Dina's like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to play my guitar over here and let you work on your stuff, but I'm just saying, these celebrity sims, like, they don't keep relationships, if you feel me. Which, I don't think Dirk's a player, but Carly doesn't know, so I think that's good advice in the long run. And then I noticed there's 2 dust bunnies in the house and a pile of dirt, and 2 dust bunnies are just too much for me. So after we feed Dusty, our first dust bunny, we stomp on the other one. Like, I'm not even playing with you guys. I cannot do these little bunnies that keep spawning. One's fine because it's helpful. More than that, it's just like, I don't want to deal with it. So here Carly is eating some breakfast, still mulling over the very important decision on whether or not to call Dirk and like invite him out on a date or invite him over and really try to seal the deal. But Dina spent some time reassuring her, like, what's the worst that could happen, girl? She's like, you're right. Let me call him and convince him to come over before I lose my nerve again. So she does. She calls Dirk. She goes, hey, Dirk. He's like, hey, Carly, right? And she's like, yeah, Carly. Listen, you came over to my house a couple days ago. You don't come back over. Like, I'd really love to see you again. You're really handsome, and I felt we got along really well. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I'll be right over, Carly. Thank you for the invite. And that is where we're going to end episode 1. So if you guys think about it, hit all them good old buttons, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.